understood how important is trust for each one of us in any relation, let's understand how you can show other people that you are trustworthy. The first thing that you have to keep in mind is when you want others to trust you, then you should first trust them. So, establishing trust between two people is as equally challenging as your faith. What you can do is you have a positive impact on the environment around you. You also be aware of your body language when you are interacting. You have to be patient and consistent with the other person in the relationship. The most important of all is just be yourself. For the sake of getting others' trust, don't lose yourself. I'm going to discuss 10 ways to build trust in any relationship. So, the first one is going to be true to your word. Honor your commitments once you make it, and don't make promises that you cannot keep. This is very important, and this is one of the reason many relationships fail. To impress the other person in the relationship, you end up promising something you cannot keep. This, rather than bringing two people closer, it pulls each one apart. The second thing is communicate effectively. Any relationship, what happens is after spending many years together, you expect the other person to understand you. What we tend to forget is these are two completely different individuals who are living together, and each one of their personality, attitude, belief towards life may be completely different. Don't expect people to understand you. Rather, you make it clear what is your belief system about whatever you're doing. So that way, the other person doesn't feel cheated but understands, okay, this is what is his belief system or her belief system. And when it comes to trust, don't expect too much within a short span of time. Take small steps at a time. Give it its own time for the relationship to blossom. The third point is make decisions carefully. Think before you commit. Be organized so you can honor your commitment. When you know you're not able to keep that commitment or keep that promise that you're going to do, make sure you say no. That saves every relationship. Take that courage and say no, it is not possible for me. That saves lot of agony and emotional trauma to both of you. Fourth point is be consistent in whatever you are doing. Trust is mainly built on the consistency. Fifth point is participate openly. In any relationship for that matter, when two people are interacting and trying to understand each other, you should be part of it. First thing is you should be willing to trust, you should be listening actively, and you should be giving feedback on what the other person is sharing as well. And these feedbacks should be respectful for each other. Sixth point is be honest. Always tell the truth. Lies always diminish trustworthiness. Many a times in relationship, we tend to tell a small simple lie just to avoid that argument between two people, but that might cost you heavily. Seventh point is help people. Authentic kindness will build more trust in people. Like you many a times when you are outside and you are dealing with strangers, you will be more happy when some strangers comes to help you. This helps people rely on others and trust them better. And this will also help them trust people in their own relationships. Eighth point is show your feelings. We are all conditioned when we are growing up that expressing emotion means you are weak. Being open about emotions will help other person understand you better and respect you better. Showing the other person that you care will build a stronger relationship. and it will help other person grant you trust as well. Ninth point is do what you believe is right. Sacrificing your value just to get approval from other people will only degrade your trust. Honesty is most respected. 10th point is admit your mistakes. Many a times, even though we know we have done a mistake, it's our ego or other things that stop you from acknowledging it. In the process, you forget what is going through in the other person's mind. Honesty needs courage, but honesty also encourages trust. Showing vulnerability, your emotional side, will help other person trust you. Be yourself. Knowing how to build trust and how to trust others and how to make people trust you through our discussion, there's also a catch. Do you still feel that it is tough for you to trust people? Then here is what you need to understand. Do you trust yourself in the first place so you can give that trust to other people, or so you can trust others? When your cup is full, that is when you can give it to others. So here are 5 simple tips for you to build self trust. The first step is maintain your boundaries. You should know who is allowed to hurt or who is allowed to cross the boundary that you have, to whom you let come closer and who you want to maintain distance, until where is too much for you to bear. The second tip is prioritize self care. So, when I say self care, focusing on your own well being, whether it is physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. It is very, very important that you prioritize yourself before you take care of others. Watch my video on self love for more details. The third tip is keep the promises you made for yourself. We might have 101 reasons not to keep our words or promises that we made for others. But what is that stopping you from breaking your own promises for yourself? If you are not committed to your own words or promises for yourself, whom else do you expect to come and do that for you? The fourth tip is speak kindly to yourself. Does it sound funny? Absolutely. We are always trying to being kind to other people. But just imagine how much forgiveness you are giving for yourself when you end up making a mistake. You expect somebody to treat you with lot of love, with lot of care and concern. Are you doing that to yourself? The day you start doing that to yourself, I'm sure there is nobody else who can take care of you better than you. The fifth tip is be mindful of your emotions. So, what do I mean by being mindful of emotions? This helps you stand back from the emotions. Let me give an example here. Let's say you are going through an argument with your partner. So, when you have this mindfulness of emotion, rather than being emotional party in the argument, you stand out of that whole situation and look at from a different angle. Let's say you feel the other person is cheating on you, being his partner. Stand out of that situation and think what the other person is trying to put across on the table for you. When you do that, you will understand it better and you will also accept it, and you will not fear or struggle against that. It will also add a benefit of reducing the distress that you are going through because you feel the other person is cheating on you. With being mindful of emotion, the aim is to learn to accept the experience rather than reducing the distress. I hope this video has helped you to trust yourself before you expect it from others. Believe me, trusting yourself is the most important gift that you can give it to yourself. And this will also improve your relationships with every other person around you. Because when you trust yourself, you're so confident, you stop expecting things from others and be content and happy with what you are. Hope this has helped you understand the trust better and make you trustworthy as well. I want to end this video with a quote by Ernest Hemingway. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. Thank you so much for listening. Take care and be happy. See you soon.